Then, as Washington and Rochambeau are moving down south, there are some very important naval battles that happen in September. Admiral Graves is the admiral in charge of the British fleet, and he is met with the fleet of Admiral DeGrasse. And Admiral DeGrasse and Graves fight. And it's a naval battle. But it works out much better for the French than the Battle of Quiberon Bay did that I talked about earlier. The French win this battle. De Graves has problems with several of his ships. This is fought on September 5th. And then just 4 days later, on September 9th, there's a huge storm. And Graves' ships suffer even more in this large storm. Furthermore, DeGrasse is getting further help from Barras, who is in charge of all the ships that carried Rochambeau across the ocean to Rhode Island and has all the supplies and all the things that Rochambeau is going to need. So you kind of have a combined fleet of DeGrasse and Barras together in the Chesapeake Bay, and you have Graves' very defeated and weather-worn fleet. And so Graves decides that rather than stick around and face two French fleets at the same time, that he's going to sail north to New York and he's going to recover in New York. And this is one of the most essential pieces for the Battle of Yorktown. Because at this point, and I love this map because it kind of illustrates how important the Navy is, at this point, Cornwallis, has no recourse to any kind of British fleet whatsoever. The Chesapeake is entirely dominated by the French Navy. And so if Admiral Graves tried to help Cornwallis, he would have to go through the French Navy first. But Admiral Graves' fleet can't even try to do that because they're damaged from fighting the French and they're damaged from the storm. And so this naval piece is so key for the Battle of Yorktown. And often when we talk about the American Revolution, we think about George Washington and we think about a lot of the land battles because America didn't have a navy at that point. But that's why we are so very happy, thank you France, to have the French Navy fighting on America's behalf in the American Revolution and for the Battle of Yorktown.